Alright, it's me, Omega G. I'm gonna go to the project plot for this one. Yeah. Unlike a lot of my other projects, these are, mostly all named. So, let's go first to how we do the effect. I use Kilohertz Bit Crush and Spectral Gate. This makes it sound kind of like low quality, like how you hear like in all those low quality memes. And Bit Crush, just the little bit of Bit Crush. I don't like you shouldn't set it. You shouldn't set it to like a really low number. You shouldn't set it to a really low number because it will sound so retro. Like if you do this, you don't want that. You don't want that. You want like you want it to sound clear, but like you don't want it to sound like high quality or crystal clear. If you want to have that like old kind of sound. This one also works as well in its own way. Basically, Spectral Gate makes it a little bit more muffled or like more low quality, like how you like what you see in like those compressed memes. They're like so low quality that you can't even hear it. Basically manipulates like how much frequency is allowed in the mix. I said somewhere around here because like it's still clear, but the Spectral Gate doesn't let some of the frequency like in too much. My sound sources, they are mostly from like MIDI modules and rumplers, like during the time, like during like the 90s, and like finding sounds that were like really like quote unquote period accurate was like kind of easy. You just took like one Google search. So yeah, it has like a mix of Roland Sound Canvas, some stuff from other Roland things. I use both Sound Canvas as well as the general MIDI, even though it's like a more compressed version of Sound Canvas, just because I kind of like how it sounds, and it's also kind of easier to use because like I kind of want to be more flexible with this. Like despite like it and like I think the SC65 having like almost like identical instruments, the whole like feel for like the general MIDI synthesizer rather than like the Roland SC55, it's just, I don't know how to explain it. It just feels more like, what's the word? This sounds more vibey to me. I'm sorry if I'm just kind of stumbling on my words, but you get what I mean. I guess it's just up to interpretation. It's just up to personal preference. You have the piano. This is like the first one I ever started with. I started with the piano, and then I expanded on that. I think I did piano, then clarinet, then the bass. And I don't know what I wanted to do for the clarinet. Like when I was first like conceptualizing the song, I wanted it to be like a string instrument, or like a horn. But I felt like clarinet just felt good for like a snowy Christmas theme song. It just brings on the atmosphere. Like you you sometimes hear it with like a lot of other woodwinds in like Christmas songs or like snowy theme songs. Like I think most Nintendo snow music of like this of the last decade and this decade use woodwinds like the clarinet, and it's like I could probably just like isolate them. I've been rambling on for so long. I'll just. I like listening to it isolated for like in kind of a long time. It just sounds nice. It just feels whimsical. Most of these are period accurate. Most of these are period accurate. Like we have your Roland sound canvases. You have your GM wavetable. You have Korg M1. Also still part of Roland sound canvas. Your EMU Proteus and whatnot. That's it. The only one that isn't period accurate is the sleigh bells. I just used the SGM sleigh bells, and I just felt like it would still be period accurate. It's just too insignificant. It's just too insignificant to like make the sleigh bells like period accurate. Like you can be able to like just kind of like a minuscule thing. And that's also why in the MIDI file in the Utah Discord server, it doesn't have the. It doesn't. There's no like MIDI track for the sleigh bells. Like also, because like it's not. I don't use a period accurate source for it, but also it is a looped track. There's only 2 bars, and they just don't want to go through the hassle of consolidating it again. Note about this one. Well, like let's do 2 notes about this one. In the MIDI file, this has like 2 leads that are like an octave apart, but it does in the actual project file just one lead, one melody. It just uses this to like have an octave lower play over it. For this one, this is inspired by the ending to Super Mario 64. Even though in this chapter take AU, the ending theme was not revealed yet. The only ones that overlap with the official, I think, are the titles theme, Bob on Battlefield, Piranha Plant Lullaby, and Inside the Castle Walls. So, yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. Bye bye.